The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 132, Nasdaq's up 106, S&P's up 21. Gold contract up $10, trading $18.45 an ounce. You get silver up 47 cents, $25.11 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 53 cents. 51 cents, 72 cents a barrel, notes and bonds. The 10-year down 5 ticks, 136.15. The 30-year off 19 at 168.05. And King Dollar. King Dollar's got a bounce going out here. We're 575, 90.670. Euro at 121. Yen is at 104.34. And the British pound is at 134 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Happy Monday, man.
Happy Monday. You got to love it, man.
Hey, how about those Bitcoin prices? So much for Bitcoin going up forever, right?
I'm telling you, man. You know.
It's a crude awakening, and we'll see where it ends.
And, you know, what Tommy's talking about here, folks, okay, the bottom line is that last night, the last 24 hours, you've gone from a price point of $39,000 down to $30,755, and right now we're at $33,000. It's pretty intense, man, you know. And
it sure is, man. I mean, you had over a $10,000 move just even from Friday morning, $42,730 to below 30. I mean, it's getting $2,000 moves on the hour right now. So, woof.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that's you know, they're going to have a lot harder time basically saying that it's a store of value when you can go down 25% in a day, you know. I mean, that's like gold going down $500 in a day. It's bad enough when gold goes down $50 and $70. It's like, do you know what I mean? And outside of Bitcoin, gold, I would say, silver is probably the most highly volatile structure that we deal with. Do you know what I mean? Or instrument that we deal with outside of Bitcoin. It's like, okay,
sure.
You know,
there's nothing in the way of this at least coming back to test like the recent highs. The all-time highs prior to this run is in 20,000, 20,650. You know, when you can go from 42 to 32 in a heartbeat, as in within like basically 24 hours of trading from Friday morning till Monday morning, of course you better be aware that, you know, when you're in the market and something's only traded above that level for such a short period of time, as in you got to go back basically just to December 24th, man, at 23,000, you know, before. So we'll see what happens.
Seriously.
Interesting.
And if we go over to GBTC, folks, this is the grayscale Bitcoin, you know, ETF. Just so you understand something, you cannot short this. Okay, so you just wake up in the morning and it's down $7. You know, bottom line is that on Friday it hit all-time highs at $48.65, and you get down to $35.99 this morning. You know, and it's pretty cool for people that own Bitcoin. It's pretty cool that you only go one way in this market, and that equity part of it. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Yes, it's not like most equity. There's not as the ability to be able to short it like there is, for instance, a Tesla that hasn't stopped Tesla either, but you can short Tesla a lot easier than you can short Bitcoin. Right.
Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities, and we'll see if we get any juice out here. And realistically, just so, I mean, the S&Ps are down 20 points, folks, which is nothing. We're at all-time highs.
Yes.
I mean, you know.
Agreed. That's what I was saying this morning. Keep going, right?
Seriously, right?
I would, you know, you put it on a daily and you're at all-time highs, man.
Yeah. Some of the higher volume stocks, we got Apple down $2, you get Twitter down $3.80, you got, what is this? Oh, Tesla's off $36. Oh, that's a sacrilege, man. Holy cow.
They were lower, and they finally had a little volatility to the downside today. They went to $8.20, and they've popped $22 since then, so they were down a solid $60. That's going to be an interesting one to follow, man.
Isn't it? Yeah. You know, let's bring it up. So, oh, my God, look at this. All it did, folks, this is like sick. All it did is close the gap from Friday. So the gap was 816.99. Oh, look at this. This blows my mind when this happens. Okay, so you have a stock that's traded at 800 in the 800s, right? The gap from Friday was $866.99. And it goes down to $8.17 today. It's like, really?
$8.16, yeah, $8.16.99. I know, and it goes $8.17. A penny. You missed it by a penny, man.
I know, and an $800 figure, man. That is.
You know, there was a great article, right? I sent you, and unfortunately, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but a big investor out there, capital guy. He was talking about don't sell Tesla. It's probably going to be worth like 3 times as much or something like that.
Yeah. And
he was talking about the world's first trillionaire. He had always said, and I'll pull up the article. I'll find this guy because he's a big dude. He's always on CNBC. He was touting Amazon at $2K for a while when that seemed just as crazy probably as Tesla at like $3K. And he was saying that Tesla, many people make the argument, but he was making a solid argument that the first trillionaire he thought would come from somebody who impacted climate change in a dramatic way.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable argument for sure.
Right.
Right. The need, the demand, where we are, the impact it would have on the world. You think about the world's richest people. Always, it's Bill Gates transforms Windows computers, right?
Yes.
Bezos transforms e-commerce, which is the future of everything. So to be at that level, you have to be in some. And he said what they're doing is they're harnessing energy. And then they're distributing that energy in a renewable way.
Right.
And looking at that and looking at Elon, man, Elon's made some pretty crazy statements at some point. You know, he thinks that we all might be part of some simulation within a simulation within a simulation. He said the only reason for his wealth is to further, I'll get the exact quote, the further the human race's ability to be spacefaring creatures or something like that. So point being, the guy's got about $200 billion to venture into some pretty big things when it comes to changing the world. And his whole philosophy is like, the only reason I got money, man, is to like turn us into space flying creatures because we all might be part of a simulation. So what the heck's the point of doing anything? Anyway, down the rabbit hole. It's pretty cool
and no,
when you look at the valuation.
Because the article is showing that it's not just the electrification of cars, folks. Okay, that's what this article is really about. That you know, the battery part of it is a monster part. You know, and of course the clean energy is a huge part, and the harnessing of it is a monster, man. I mean, you know,
is. And I have the article up here. Yeah, that's exactly what. Keep going, but exactly where, you know, the house, right? The energy block to your car, you're collecting it, you're powering your house, you're selling it back to the circuit to fund whatever else is. It's a full thing, and then so there's the article. Chamath Palihapitiya, shame on me, but I remember him out there touting Amazon, man, when it seemed a little crazy, and Amazon's like, we know it's going nowhere, man. So
wow.
Pretty cool.
It really is. And, you know, if we bring up these S&Ps, what you're going to see, folks, you're down 22, but guess what? This is a sideways market, man. This thing this thing's going higher, man. You know, this is wild, but it looks to me like, you know, we've gone through these ABC structures, and I don't see anything changing. I mean, I think this ABCs are going to finish. Look at the banks today. J.P. Morgan, that just rejected $134. It's at 136.80. You know, these banks are going, man.
How about the yields keep rising, man? We're at 1.13 right now. We're closer to 1 1/4 than we are to 1% right now. Just to put that in context, it's like that's. You know, I thought 1%. Remember, everybody, I remember talking about Kevin Hanks. That's going to be an area that might be a little bit difficult. We're going to be at 1 1/4 before we know it.
Yeah, and you know. When we talk percentages, look at this. 90 days, low is 0.72, well, high 1.12. That's
huge.
That's 33%, right?
That's like 50%, man, because you're going up 42 cents on 72.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a monster. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 152. NASDAQ is down 95. S&P is off 21. And, you know, Tom, when I was listening to your show, you're talking about Lululemon. Well, you can't keep a good clothing company down for long.
I haven't pulled it up yet. Shame on me. Look at that.
No,
open.
this is, you know, and what he's talking about, folks, is that the bottom line is that, you know, they're always coming out with good numbers. And they traded down at 352, and they said, 352, man, I don't like that. I'm going to go up to 367, man. Isn't that wild?
And to walk through the whole chronology of things, right? You see the headline this morning. The headline out there, I got it up now. Lulu forecasts fourth quarter earnings and sales, top end of the outlook thanks to strong holiday sales. I said, oh, of course, right? You pull up the chart, and then no, because they gave no guidance for the coming fiscal year. I'm very surprised that this is higher with a previous quarter that delivered and a future year that is uncertain, because the market usually cares about the future versus what have you done for me in the past. And the past seems to be great. Holiday sales crushed it. Not surprising for a company like Lulu. But why can't they give us any guidance if things are so good?
There's no doubt, man. It's like, okay, we can see that, you know, last quarters, but this quarter's that, guess what? You know, their price spread, folks, is so dramatic, and their line, people love them, man. I mean, the bottom line is that they're on to something big. You know, when I was in there over Christmas, Tommy, right? I was looking at that place. And everything is so light, and everything's $100, folks. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? And I was just thinking, like, how many you can just fit in one container? It's like when you actually look at the place, and what they have going too, you know, these places are very small, folks, compared to these are not big box stores, okay? They're narrow. They're about 24. Let's see, they're about 28 feet by about 100. Okay, so you're talking there's 2,800 feet. And it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, it's millions of dollars for sure. They have inventory that, like, here, three pants in a plastic bag, $350. You know,
sign me up for that business model, man.
Seriously, man.
And I was just looking at cherry picking, even just Googling myself, and this is they talking about online sales, like 93% I saw up here. Yeah. So Lulu, however, Get out of here. Anyway, it was 93% they're talking about last quarter. Ads plenty. Strong online presence for sure. But again, why can't you have any guidance? I said almost at the beginning of the shutdowns, if you're a CEO and you're still sticking to your guidance, why? Because you weren't being penalized to pull it, and rightfully so on many occasions, because who knew what 3 or 6 months down the line was going to look like, because you literally had to be a pandemic specialist to have that idea versus running a corporation of how things were going. Now, everybody's used to what's happening. I was thinking the other day of how I was seeing ads for Disney online, right? And how everybody's wearing a mask. They got in, marketing changed, right? Business models changed. Everything changed. We're now in that. Like Disney probably has an estimation of they're running ads for a certain capacity in their parks. They at least can guide where they're going. Oh, yeah. And Lulu says they can't. So,
yeah. Wow.
Athleisure's here to stay, though. That's for sure as well.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And as you go in those stores, what does end up happening is that you can see the people that are even in them, they're dressed to the nines in Lululemon. They just need more.
You know what's so crazy? I remember friends that I had, women at the time in 2010, you're out, and they were talking about, and I vividly remember it, maybe 2000, I got to get right on this. No, 2012, 13, somewhere in that area. And they were talking about that they loved their products. They were so expensive, though, that there was an aftermarket for legitimate, great Lululemon, and that's where they would buy their products. Nice. I should have woken up, man. As in, if there's an aftermarket for a specific brand of clothing, right, that's a pretty strong statement. And it took a little while, but you see the impact. Yeah.
No, there's no doubt. Yeah. So let's go take a look at this dollar. So the dollar's got a decent bounce going out here today. You're up 500 ticks. We'll see where the rest of the day brings us. So, each bounce that this dollar's been able to do hasn't held. The last big one that we had out here was the day of the 21st. No, hold on. What is it? 21st of December. That got up to a 91.01. And we've hit 90.592. But it's a decent bar, man. So we'll see how that shakes out. Now, the gold contract, we rejected lower price last night at 1918. 1817, rather. So that's kind of intriguing because what we did have last Friday, I mean, this thing got smoked, but the equities basically still held. They were down good, but not compared to what the gold market did. And most times that if you have the metal market much down percentage-wise versus the equities, the bottom line is that that's still a decent sign of strength inside that market. So it's going to be a wild week, no doubt.
And then how about we got a holiday, 3-day weekend coming up, which jumped on my radar today. Always the beginning of the year. We got Martin Luther King coming up on Monday. So long weekend coming up. Should make Friday even a little bit more interesting for a 3-day weekend. And then you're coming right into Wednesday of next week, inauguration. So, man, it's just
that's right. We get
kick it off.
A lot of action happening, folks.
Seriously.
No doubt. Let's go take a look at a couple of the big fangs. You got Amazon. That's down $45. Excuse me. You got Facebook off $7.50. Twitter is down $3.26. Now, Twitter got to 45, rejected that price there. But Twitter looks to me, I mean, this is a big consolidation. The bottom of the consolidation on Twitter is actually 41. So be interesting to see how this happens. And of course, the social media. I was listening to this morning, Tom. It's so true that Trump's off the social media now, and the real question is that if you wanted to control these social media and get rid of that one law that they have,
Section 230.
Yeah. Then my take is you'd have to have more truth out there than fantasy and
well, as of right now, so the conversation, I just said that I don't follow the logic, and I've tried to walk through it. Even my friends and I have discussions of the end game, and there doesn't have to be an end game, unfortunately, that makes any reasonable sense with this president. I think it's just screaming, yelling, anger, to put it. But because what you're saying is Section 230 should be done away with, that gives social media sites that they can't be sued for everything that is posted by other people on their site, right, like the president himself. What I don't understand is that if the if a company like Facebook or Twitter could be directly sued, that the president's words could be assigned to their liability, there's no way he would be anywhere. Things would have ended probably prior to maybe the armed insurrection. Yeah. So I don't understand the logic behind it, but it is what it is. So
yeah.
Hey, how about jump back to Twitter real quick?
Yeah.
I know we're coming into the break. I just have it on a monthly going back to like 2014 when they went public. It's like a consolidation since then, man. I don't know where, Twitter's always struggled a little bit to make money anyway, in terms of spending ads. So I don't know where that company, you pull up that chart and it looks like a consolidation between 10 and 70 since it went IPO.
Look at that. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials trading down 117. NASDAQ is up 108. S&P's down 20. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 86. You get the NASDAQ off 83. S&Ps are off 15.5. And bottom line is that, as we said a little bit earlier, this market is just basically going sideways and actually shaking off lower lows. Let's go inside the NDX and see the strength versus the weakness out here. So you have the NVIDIA is up 4.3%, big number, $22. You got Biogen up 4.2%. Moderna is up 3%. You got AMD up 3%. You know, chips are on the move, man. Pinduoduo, that's down 5%. You got Dexcom off 4%. NetEase is off 3.8%. And Sacrilegious, you got Tesla down 3.5%. Let me just go over the...
I was just going to say what's interesting is that that's going to be putting something in the S&P now, you know, and you're still only down 16, 17 points, and you have the fifth biggest company in the S&P down 3 or 4%.
Yes.
So,
and, you know, if we take a look at NVIDIA, what you're going to see, this has been a long consolidation. You know, you go all the way back, we're going back, 5 months. But that's got some juice in it today. And, you know, those highs get some good volume up there. So that's game once again. What was the other one? Well, let me see.
And that NVIDIA one, just the news as they jump around, that was, I think, NIO and NVIDIA forging an electric, what do I got up here? Automated driving technology partnership. NIO has been one of the companies catching a lot of headlines, of course, in the electric vehicle segment. So it looks like they're going to collaborate on a new generation of electric vehicles with advanced self-driving capabilities. That was the headline I found. That's encouraging.
That's huge. And NIO is an ABC up. There we go. 57. Let me see this thing. Oh, my God. 25. So, look, this is just $22. That gets you 48, 58. Oh, 48, 50. Oh, it's right at the ABC already.
You want to hear a quote that I got through the article? Here's what it says. NIO's in-house developed autonomous driving algorithms will be running on 4 industry-leading NVIDIA Orin processors, delivering an unprecedented 1,000+ trillion operations per second in production cars.
You say that again? 1,000+ trillion?
That's that. I'll pull over just the story and how they actually. It literally says 1,000+ trillion operations per second. I don't know. You know what? What's that? Is it a quadrillion after that? People. It's probably written that way because the next number up people aren't familiar with after a trillion, and it's operations per second.
That is amazing.
That is amazing, man. Everyone's technology is accelerating at a pace that most of us just can't fathom because it's just, there's an example. Whew.
You got to get your children good at math, folks, because we're going to need it. That's pretty intense, man.
That is per second. But, if you're going to have self-driving cars, I mean, think about how instantaneous our own reactions are.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to have so many different variables, so many things. It's amazing. And that's where that 5G is going to kick in. But, whew.
That is something else, man.
That
is. As we're talking, we got to go back to this. Look at this Bitcoin, folks. This is what a disaster this is. So, as we were just on the air, Tom, we just hit 30,775. It spiked down, did a little pop. Oh, what time?
That's weird.
That was 9 o'clock. That was 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was. Yeah.
We're down 5,900 from the open. We're down 9,000 from last night, I think.
Oh yeah. Hey, I mean that chart says it all, man. If you don't think that it can come right back down to where it was, like even 17.5, kind of that area it based around up until like December 14th.
That's something else, man.
I mean, that's something. At least Tesla's got a lot behind it, Yeah. Bitcoin is one of those things that you can make an argument it's going to be at 100,000. You can also make an argument it's going to be at 0 in no time.
Oh, yeah. And, the thing that was amazing is that you had, whether it's GBTC, and whether you're in it or not, folks, you want to pay attention to it because you want to pay attention to the news stories that come out at highs, the news stories that come out at lows, just so you can get a feeling of what happens at highs and lows. I mean, everyone loves buying highs, man, and they hate buying lows, man. It's just it's amazing, actually. Do you know what I mean? Just in general, that's how it goes, though.
Irrational exuberance, right? And when it just goes up every single day, man. You're right every time until the last time, as in, until that last day is not the day that it goes one step higher. It's
those initials, folks. FOMO, fear of missing out, which is pretty intense. You should get rid of that any of the vocabulary. If you happen to always wonder, like, what is that? Don't worry about it, folks.
There's a lot of it going on right now in the markets, man. You talk about the battle, right?
There is.
Between the reality of the COVID cases and the deaths and the hospitalizations that are all at pretty staggering numbers. It's still only January 11th, as in we're in the middle of the winter, man. This is not going away anytime soon. Vaccines are slow. Normally, you'd be selling off. Unemployment, we lost jobs. The December payroll number was a decrease, right?
Yes.
But who wants to be selling ahead of the news that vaccines are accelerating?
Right.
That's and guess what? Like, now they actually are accelerating, and we'll get there. We're not getting there as fast as we want, but it's like, oh, now we're ramping it up. Now there's, they're going to be at Walgreens. When's the day that they're going to be at Walgreens and CVS, like across the nation or something? Do you want to be the one that sells? When they say anybody who wants it, it's open to the public, Walgreens has them, go.
Right.
The market's going to react on that day.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And we're probably getting closer to that day, we are getting closer every day. But
that's what the market's saying at 3,800 for sure, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Let's go inside the Dow and see. The Dow right now is only down 100 points. 80 points, okay? So, there you go. Walgreens is the number one.
Interesting. There we go.
Okay.
I'm not the only one, huh? Okay, what a bummer. All right.
So, percentage-wise, Walgreens is the number. Point-wise, it's... that's weird. Hold on. How did that just happen? I'm over in the UK. Okay, 1 second. INDU. Okay, so... I'm still in the UK. Oh, no, here we go. Look at so Disney's the plus 12, Walgreens plus 7, Merck plus 6, J&J plus 6. Taken away from it, Boeing. Oh, you see that jet went down? Those poor people, man. Holy cow. Now, this was an old jet, folks, but the bottom line is that still a lot of people died.
Definitely.
That's negative 23 points. Salesforce 19, Apple 14, American Express 12, United Health 11. It's going to be interesting. Let's just...
It's interesting. I saw Johnson & Johnson was on that side, too. I saw an article about them talking about their vaccine might be a one-shot, as in it's all tying in there,
It
too.
is. That one shot's going to make a big difference, man. I mean, because... people are on to the fact now, okay, you got to get a shot, you got to get the second shot. It's like, hey, if it's one shot, I suspect they're going to basically get some good business, man.
I think the numbers are so high that it's a tough decision. There's it's not right or wrong. It's two tough decisions as to which one you do. And the numbers are so high, maybe you get out that first shot, to limit the mortality.
For sure. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins, too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 88, NASDAQ off 81, S&P's off 16.5. Let's see, NVAX. Let's take a look at this from one of the targets out here. I believe this is another Novavax, okay, clinical stage biotech company that in the vaccine business. The low is 368. Okay, they're taking $3.1 billion. I think this is involved in the... Oh, this is interesting, too. Yeah, I like what this looks like, man. You know, you get a nice sign of strength, folks, going all the way back to the, what's that, the 27th of November. You bust up to 150. You're down at 117, you know. And we actually had volume on Friday. You know, it gave it up in price, but we got up to that 137. So let me just see this. Revenue. Yeah, so revenue's gone up astronomically. It's still losing money, but they expect to make money the third quarter in 2021. Yeah, it's a good-looking stock, man. So you always like it when they come back and, you know, get into the breakout area. So let's go take a look at Watt also for Tiger Dan out here. Yep, there she goes. He was going after that swing point, and there it is. So the swing, so Watt, folks, okay, the low for the year out here is 61 cents. The high is 458. I don't think this has any revenue. Yeah, it does, 7.6 million. Blows my mind when, you know, 7.6 million, you get a market cap of 123 million. I mean, yeah, you know how to work this, Dan. The bottom line is it has to hold 273. It doesn't hold 273. It's going to go right back down. I don't think you're going to get the volume in it today. Well, you might. 35. You get, yeah, it's only the first hour. No, it's just a trading vehicle. I get that. That's, you know, believe me, that's what most of these are. They better be. But, yeah. I mean, if it holds it, you can get up to this right down the bottom of like 295. Yeah, but see, oh here, let me show you something. 1 second, hold it. The cool thing about something like this, folks. This is a normal retracement in a market that can still go a lot lower. What you just did is that you went up to ICE. That's ICE right there. ICE is a Wyckoff term, folks, from like the 1920s. What markets like to do is that they like to come up to where they basically consolidated and then broke down, and that's 295. And it's 294 today. So you gotta love these markets, man.
And then how about some playoff football this weekend? Right?
Oh, I know.
We had some good games, man. Tampa getting a win first time in a while. There's also, I saw the Bills won their first playoff game since. Do you know when the last year? Did you hear it?
I did, but I forgot. It's 1980?
1995.
1995.
The Browns won their first playoff game since 1994.
Yes.
So pretty cool that both of those teams got it done. The Browns, man, they really shocked Pittsburgh last night. Pittsburgh started undefeated for a while. They were kind of a little weak for an undefeated team. But the Browns they didn't even have their head coach because of COVID. Talk about you make the playoffs for the first time in a while. You don't have your head coach. You don't have a couple other players. And you come out and you smoke the Steelers.
Right. And if you saw that game, folks, the first half was like disgusting. And I was going to change the channel, and I says no, because Roethlisberger is so good, folks. I knew there'd be some action, and there was. I mean, he came right out and fought right back, and then I fell asleep in the last quarter. But, it's pretty amazing. It is absolutely amazing how great these athletes are. I mean, it is phenomenal, man. I mean,
some of the speed those guys got, man, the power,
catches,
right?
the
Everything.
speed, the destruction. It's like, it's so cool watching them, man. It blows my mind. And
NFL, that's why they make the TV contracts are in the billions, man, because, it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and it looks to me like they're getting better every year. We've talked about this before. You and I were into hockey so much, do you know what I mean, that the hockey players, folks, are just phenomenal. I mean, and now it seems to me, and it's probably just because I'm paying attention more, like the football players seem phenomenal now. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, listen, I just hope they make it a little bit safer, man, which I think they're trying to with those helmets. Those helmets are made for the old days where you're protecting kind of your head from like a crack in your skull. You got to be protecting the brain on the inside for some cushioning or something, because they're so strong, man. It's almost. I would rather put them back since we're talking in like rugby gear because you wouldn't have people using your helmet for like a torpedo into people's heads if you're wearing rugby gear, man.
Listen,
you don't. Well, there'd still be some concussions. Don't get me wrong, but it's
But okay, so pitch it, folks. Okay, we'll get it now. This is pretty sick, but when I was playing in Papuana, I got off my cousin's stretch, right? I got his helmet. So picture, I'm at a certain age. My cousins, of course, are older folks. So my helmet, right? I'd never forget this. It was an awesome helmet. It was literally a leather helmet. I had a leather helmet, and you had one bar coming across it. Well, let me tell you something. You are not going to freaking go into someone head first with a leather helmet.
No. Listen, I played high school football alone, and I remember those helmets, man. The neck is very strong when you're the person doing the hitting. When you're ready for it, you're prepared, your muscles are tensed, and that thing turns into a torpedo. Yeah.
And then the size of these guys, man. Oh my God.
Oh, and the speed. I know. That guy. How about Metcalf on the Seahawks? They lost this week. I don't know if you're familiar. He's that guy that ran down that interception earlier in the year, like 100 yards. He caught the guy.
Yep.
Man, he had a great touchdown over the weekend. Seattle lost. It's interesting too. Speaking of COVID, these teams. So Seattle, their fans are usually called the 12th man because they got such a big presence in their stadium. Seattle was at home, one of the best teams in the regular season, and they got no fans. So what happens? You have the Rams who are able to run their offense a lot more efficiently. There's no fans drowning out the calls, the signals, the all that stuff. Home field advantage, not quite what it used to be in the NFL this year.
Right. And then, so Brady, it's going to be Brady and Breeze, folks. And Breeze beat him twice this year. And, of course, all the analysts are saying, well, this is not the same Tom Brady and not the same Tampa Bay that New Orleans beat. But, that's going to be quite a game, man. That's no doubt.
That'll be good, man, for sure.
So, back to the markets. You get the Dow up 134, Nasdaq 113, gold's hanging tough at 1180 up. Silver, let's go look at the silver market. So, Friday, folks, they smoked both of them, no doubt. Smoked them again last night. But last night, you had a heavy, basically rejection of lower price. The silver went to 24.36, and guess what? It didn't make the swing point. That's when I say that you get a rejection, and if you don't hit a swing point, it's like, okay, man, what are you going to do for me now? And gold and silver still saying they want higher price, man. What is interesting, if you look at technically at both of these folks, and this is a little disturbing actually. You get the monster downdraft that was out there August 11th. You get the monster downdraft that was out there on the 23rd of September, and then you get the monster downdraft for Friday. Now, I don't like that setup. That's like, ooh.
Those are some big days.
Those are big days, and, you can make the point that, it's not a downtrend, because what it did happen is that we got to a higher high, the last time we were down there. Stay right there. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The gold report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The gold report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The gold report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the gold report now. Protect your buying power. Order the gold report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 103. NASDAQ is off 113. S&Ps are off 21. And here's a good quote, right, folks? This is one of our tigers, and he's being sarcastic, okay? But there's a lot of truth in this, I think. Good news is good news. Bad news is good news. And catastrophic news means that the Fed steps in for the market, right?
I agree. There's a lot of ways to say that sentiment. I said last week something like the jobs report, all equations lead to higher stock prices. As in, if it's a booming stock market, same deal. Booming job market, jobs number, gangbuster jobs, the economy is great. Bad stock, stimulus is needed because the economy is so bad. We've been in this, though, since almost 2008, man.
I think that's his point. And there's no doubt. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Each one separate in terms of 2008 was its own issue.
Right.
And this is its own issue, but there wasn't much of a lull between, with the stimulus that's been taking place.
There isn't. And, what is amazing is that in 2008, you get plenty of folks, gold bugs and everyone else say, you can't keep doing this. Well, you can. If I figure you can keep doing it, okay? Because the bottom line is that none of this is going to be paid back anyway. So it's going to keep happening. So it's just, it's that whole, we haven't heard for a long period of time, kick the can down the road. Because that used to be the big thing, kick the can down the road. And of course, that's what we're doing in a huge way. But the bottom line is that they're not using that term anymore because it's a lot bigger than a can. It's the whole freaking building.
This is a great argument for when things get back to normal, we gotta start getting into that debt, man, because, we didn't pare it back when things were doing so well, and then we had a pandemic. You're supposed to be paring things back and only using this when things are bad. So hopefully,
Stay right there, folks. Think of some coming up next. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him.